profit every morning. See me, he had to get it out the mud and rise up out the sediment. Catch me early like Sunday school. Sunday suit. Pastor play with the fool. Me, I just keep it cool. He tell me dirty. Ask for my dirty money. Talking, wash away my sins like Jesus opened the laundry.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Look at the Lakers. What a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, the Mavericks, down 5 spots from them.
And I think for the Mavericks, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
The resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed in the hunt.
And now the Lakers starting group. They've got McDaniels, the great out there with James. And it's Hood-Schifino in at the point guard position. And for Dallas, we've got Irving. He's out there with Porter. And it's Walsh in at the 4 spot. Here we are in the middle of the season. And Doris, are most of these teams where you expected they'd be in the standings?
I think, Kevin, what's always fascinating about the way a season plays, there's usually 1 or 2 surprises. It might be a team-driven surprise or maybe the emergence of a player that was unexpected. But that is always what you love about this sport. Guys work hard to exceed expectations of them. Same thing can be said of the teams.
Here's Hood-Schifino, guarded by Porter, to the paint, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Pass to Lively. Here's Walsh. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. To the inside. Here's Love. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Get it to the right guy, get a high percentage look, and that's the kind of game they want to play tonight.
Irving for 3. A rebound by the Lakers.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And here are the Mavericks now, after the basket by Los Angeles. Lively, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Lakers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Pass to Hood-Schifino. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. McDaniels with the ball. From outside, off the mark. Outside, Irving. Jacks up a 3, and the 3 ball is good.
You see the offensive force that is Kyrie Irving. Sometimes it's the scoring. Right there, it's just passing.
Here's the great to the right side. Love finds James. Here's the great. Lively defending. Back to James. From deep 3-point territory. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Here's the great, following the 3-point basket by Dallas. You know, you just can't say enough about the statistical marks that MP is putting up. I mean, Greg, this is just amazing stuff. How about his 20, 20, and 20 triple-double? I've never said that before. I mean, this is incredible.
Kevin, something we'd only seen from the likes of Wilt and Westbrook, right? That's the kind of dynamic, prolific dominance you've got to exhibit to manufacture a stat line like that.
Lakers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Pass to Hood, Javino to the left side wing. A nice shot by McDaniel.
I'll tell you, totally fluid mechanics by Jaden McDaniels. Ready in the catch-and-shoot situation, folks.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Lively, and finished off by Lively.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Lakers have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Down low, James, and James throws it down.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Mavericks trail by 3. Irving passes to Lively, and stolen by Love. From deep, James, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Pass to Walsh. Inside, here's Irving, and it's blocked by Lawrence. So for Dallas, their last game a win against Memphis.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. The Greats got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's rebounded by Dallas. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
Oh, my goodness. Not only a vertical threat, but a big-time finisher, Derek Lively.
Count it.
Well, everyone's seeking those high-percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Mavericks. They trail by 6. Pass to Lively. The kick out to Irving. Misses the 3.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Lawrence, and he goes in for the dunk.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Mavericks shooting at around 42% since the opening tip. Lively finds Irving. There's the drive. Here's Lively. The Great grabs the miss.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Takes the 3. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Outside Irving. Shoots over James, and again, unable to change momentum here.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him, there's no doubt.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Now, here is Irving. Really played well against Memphis in his last outing. Back to Porter. Outside Irving, from outside the arc. Offensive rebound. That shot is off. Lakers leading by 11. Pass to the Great. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to talk to his guys.
No, child. Sit down. Let's see those moves.
Dallas making a switch here. George is checked in. Los Angeles making a switch here.
Substitution on the court.
Mavericks trail by 13. Outside Irving. Back to Porter. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And they get it. And the rejection by Lawrence. To the wing on the left. Dunn passes to Lawrence. Here's Hood-Schifino. Nailed from three-point land. Hood-Schifino's got 5 points so far. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Gets one to fall, but only a second make in the first 7 attempts.
However you feel about Kyrie Irving, you cannot deny, Doris, he is an elite player still.
Kevin, there are many who consider Kyrie Irving to be the greatest finishing guard in the history of the game. I mean, left hand, right hand, a little bit of English and polish, big shot maker. And what I love for Kyrie Irving right now is he seems content and happy.
Lively, that's good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's the great. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. They double him with Irving. Lawrence passes to Christie. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the lob to the hoop. And Okongwu slams it in.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Mavericks trail by 16. Pass to Lively. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First team.
Boy, when you talk about Derek Lively, first thing that strikes you are his physical tools, length, athleticism, great motor. But I also like the maturity from this young man.
Austin Reeves is checked in for the Lakers. Los Angeles leading by 16. Into the lane. Lawrence passes to Okongwu. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Here's Dorcas. And the shot falls short this time.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
To the middle. These are the top distributors of the basketball for the last 10 games, as shown on the 2K leaderboard. You look at the great and uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Hachimura is checked in for Aaron Holiday. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Dallas. It's an 18-point game. Pass to McCaw. Here's Lively. That 3 off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And they're moving it up. Here's Dorcas. Oh, and it's off. They can't cash in on the break. LA's gone 4-6 from long range here early on. Done outside. To the paint. Lawrence passes to Okongwu. Stolen by George. 1:30 left to play in the first. And stolen by Dunn. Fast break, here they come. On up the court. Reeves gets the bucket.
Austin Reeves.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Los Angeles foul.
Charles Massey, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
Second team foul. Now into the lineup for your Mavericks. Number 28, Charles Bassey.
And the Mavericks with possession here. There's the pick. Here's McCaw. Hits it from three-point range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
The shot's good from Christie.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Okongwu against Hachimura. 6 to shoot. Here's Torres. Here's Bassey. That one's in, his first shot this game.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Okongwu, the pass to Lawrence. Okongwu with a screen on George. To the inside. It's stolen by Hachimura. And so it's Los Angeles, holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. Their work from beyond the arc has been to highlight a lot of threes, finding the bottom of the bucket. And we'll be right back after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Hachimura. McCaw is out there with George, and it's Bassey in at the 5. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, guys, the great in the last outing against the Bulls was terrific. He scored 53 points, and what a game it was, posting a triple-double. He put on a show. He was remarkable in that game. It's not often you see a player that dominant, and I'm sure he wants to keep it going. Guys?
Thanks for the report, D.A. Greg, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long. Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
Takes it inside, and there it is for him. The greats got 6 here in this quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And we see, as in baseball doors, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. How do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally, is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews, and the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
Now here's Love. His last outing, he had 8 points. Here's the great. Lock at 6. Love outside. Pulls up. Again, Los Angeles.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Here's McCaw after the basket by the Lakers. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And our third month into the season, things becoming a little more clear in the power rankings. Let's take a look at Dallas. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And checking out the Lakers, they were projected to be one of, if not the best team in our league, and thus far, they have not disappointed.
A nice shot by McDaniels.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
McCaw, the pass to Bassey. And the call will go against the great. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, that's his second foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. George passes to Bassey. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by James.
That's 2 really unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnovers. And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Now, here is George. Scoreless thus far.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's the... Oh,
wow.
Goodness.
Where did that come from?
Holy goodness.
That was beautiful. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Dallas making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in.
Now into the lineup for your Mavericks. Number 5, Tim Hardaway Jr.
Here's McCall. 5 points in the game. Stolen by McDaniels. Fast break, the Lakers.
This is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
I think this is what we call, quote, running a team off the floor. They have been fantastic in transition.
For Dallas, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Here's McCall. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And George now top of the key. Poked loose.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
McDaniels gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Here's McCall. Pass to Hachimura. Here's Bassey. Shot clock at 6. Hardaway passes to Bassey. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Chicago. And here is Hachimura. Still without a basket. Hardaway, no good.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Now, here is George. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game, and he recovers it. In a wide-open look for Hachimura. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hachimura's got his first 3 points of the game. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. The Mavericks have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Pass to George. Hardaway with a wide-open look. A three-pointer, no good. Los Angeles has gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Dallas has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Here's the great. 33 points for him. Uses the glass to finish the layup. The great's got 35.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Down low. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Let's have a look at the league's top scorers for the past month. To say these guys have been hot is an understatement. You look at the great, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
Dawkins checked in for the Lakers. Smart comes in for James.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Pass to Walsh. Up top, Lively. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
A chance now to see the numbers for the great. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
It's almost hard to believe that somebody can throw it down like that.
It's a small club, right, Greg? I mean, it's a pretty
Very
small club, that's for
Very
sure.
exclusive.
He can really rise up.
He's a force. I mean, it gets a lot easier when you face little to no resistance.
Inside, Lively. And it's blocked by Lawrence. Here's Walsh. Dallas again missing. Here's Dawkins. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Here's Walsh. No scoring in this one. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Kyrie Irving. And tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. Good on the second free throw.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Here's Lawrence. Drops in the layup for 2. The great's got 41.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Mavericks. Over Reeves. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Irving's got 6.
But just a spectacular display of ball handling from Kyrie, opening up the look there.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Puts the move on. The great grabs the miss. The great. Reeves in the corner. Pass to the great. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
The Lakers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. That's good from Lawrence. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Dallas shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. Porter dishes to Irving. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And finished off by Lively.
You just put it in the vicinity of Derek Lively. You think you overthrow it, Lively goes and gets it.
Smart wide open, he fires. Sinks the triple. Smart's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Irving kicks to Porter. Lively inside. He's covered by Lawrence.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Now, here's Porter. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Christie's checked in. LA has gone 6 of 8 on 3-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. Here's Lawrence. Again, Los Angeles.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Porter looking it over. Outside Irving. Five on the clock. Will it go? Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
Kyrie shoots a ton of threes, and he makes a ton of threes.
Lawrence passes to Dunn. Here's the great Lively defending. Here's Lawrence. Another bucket. Wow!
He's at 50 again. He's done this a few times this year.
This has become old hat. He's tied for the 4th most 50-point games in a single season. Outside, Porter lets the 3 fly. The great grabs the miss. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From downtown, hands it from downtown. The great's got 54 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Here's Irving. He blocks it again. You've got to have a better effort against him.
Sending back everything.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Los Angeles on top, just dominating this one. They'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hey there, everybody. Shaq says hi. Kenny says hi, too. Yes, we are in the midst of the NBA season and a perfect time to see how things are coming together in the West. Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, man, it's a hot dog. Cheese, it's right there in the name.
Well, it's got meat, correct?
Right.
It has bread.
Right.
Isn't that what it takes to make a sandwich?
Stuffed between bread?
That's not how it works. Every summer they have a hot dog eating contest, not a sandwich eating contest. They're different.
I really feel
a good point.
sandwiched between two great debaters. And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Lakers.
They love to run. At times it looks like a layup line. They can hit the three, but tough matchup for your transition D.
Yeah, they've made it a race, but only one team has shown up. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from the great.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
Los Angeles has gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got the great. McDaniels is out there with James. And it's Hood-Schifino in at the point. Walsh can't get it to go. And so it's the Lakers with it. Here's Lawrence. Love trying to break loose. And the basket by the great. The great's got 56 points in the game. Irving passes to Walsh. Lively with it. Pass to Porter. Back to Lively. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got his fourth assist in this one.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's the great. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Pulls from the top of the key, and another basket for the Lakers.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Irving with it. 9 points in the game so far. Rejected by Lawrence, and he gets it back. Irving misses.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Back to McDaniel. Pass to the great. James, right side. Misses in close. For Dallas, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. They grabbed their own miss. Back to Irving. To the middle. Here's Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Good on the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Dorcas. No good on the triple. Lakers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Here's Hood Schifino. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Hood Schifino's got 10 points in the game. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Back to Irving. Puts up a three. And that's collected by Lawrence.
Well, you're trying to answer the three, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
Count that one.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
And finished off by Lively.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. And he gets the bucket. The Great's got 58.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable. And another one! 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Outside Irving. Pass to Lively. The Great grabs the miss. The Great's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Good, that's another bucket. That's 62 points, 62.
Amazing, a remarkable performance from him so far.
Here's Walsh. Back to Irving. Looking to get it going. Here's Walsh. James covering. Here's Irving. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And 11 points for Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, that ability to create a shot for himself, so important for Kyrie with the shot clock dwindling to nothing. How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
And the call will go against the Great. That's his third foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
Now Irving. He's got 11. Six on the shot clock. Dallas moving the ball around. Releases. Owomo with the rebound.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
And the basket by the Great.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Pass to Walsh. To the inside, Irving. There's another block, making his presence felt on this end.
He's holding down the fort, anchoring the defense.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
And the Mavericks with some changes. George comes in for Kyrie Irving, and McCaw is subbed in for Kevin Porter. It's George on the wing. He has yet to score. And finished off by Lively.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. In the corner, George with it. Here's Dorcas. Off target with his three.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
The Lakers making a switch here. Christie's checked in. There's the screen. Dallas again missing.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Reeves in the corner. Bangs home the trifecta. Reeves has got his second bucket of the night.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Pass to Walsh. To the paint. Lively, that's good.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
There's the steal. Here's Walsh. Now Lively. He's guarded by Lawrence. Lively the pass to George. Drops in the tray.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Here's the great pass to Okongwu. Here's Lawrence. And got it! Another basket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Outside, George. Here's McCall. Lets it go from deep. That shot off. Here's the great non-stop scoring machine here. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
You can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
On the free throw, no good. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
Chris, another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Holiday, the pass to Hachimura. Back to Holiday. Lobbed up there for Hachimura. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
It's not just about the passer. As the recipient of that alley-oop, you've got to have timing and anticipation. Yes, sir, Rui Hachimura.
Here's the great. He's covered by Hachimura. Reeves the pass to Okongwu. Out left to the wing. Here's Awoma. And another assist for him.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Here's McCall. He has 5.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Hachimura. Shot clock at 5. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Outside Holiday. The great grabs the miss. So it's the Lakers now. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. And that game will be game 2 of 5 out on the road. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Dallas.
Los Angeles foul. Awoma.
Charles Massey, he's checked in for Derek Lively. And then for Los Angeles, Clark comes in for Okongwu. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Austin Reeves. George sets a screen for Holiday. Dallas, no good that time either. 1:22 left to play in the third. And again, 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
One shot.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
Dallas shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. The shot by George, wide open, drills the three-pointer. George has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Mavs. There's 57 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Lawrence. Another one goes. Incredible.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Pass to Hachimura. Out to the wing. 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. McCaw misses. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 16-5 run here. Outside for Smart. Shot from 12. And another basket for the Lakers.
Good possession there. Exactly the way they drew it up.
The Mavericks shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. Now here is Hachimura. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
At the line for 2, Rui Hachimura.
First one falls for him. Hachimura hits them both. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Lakers on top, running away with it. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. McCaw is out there with George. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Mamu Kalishvili in at the power forward position. Lock at 6. And here's George for 3. It's hauled in by Dunn. Down low, here's Clark. George with the defensive effort. Hachimura against Dunn. Hachimura kicks to McCaw. And the NBA helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
Here's Hachimura. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Pass to Clark. Now here's Dunn. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. It's Smart with the drive. Misses from close range. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Smart with the steal. Here's Christie. Shoots over Hachimura. And the shot is long. Right wing. On the wing, George. Plenty of space. Christie with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Pass to Smart. Floats one up. It's rebounded by Dallas. Hachimura the pass to McCaw. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Hachimura kicks to George. Just 5 on the clock. A 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Lakers have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Yes, that goes in.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
And just about 3 minutes through. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And then for Los Angeles, Okongwu's checked in for Brandon Clark. And the great subbed in for Dawkins. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Porter.
I got him.
You know, Doris, we know how physical the NBA is, but can you talk to the importance of mental toughness as well, and what it means for a player?
Kevin, I don't think a player can be successful in the NBA, and certainly a team cannot, without some level of grit and mental toughness. And what does that mean? How does that manifest itself? It means handling adversity. It means overcoming a key injury. There's a toughness required to be amongst the smartest, most resilient players or teams in the NBA.
Unbelievable performance. He's got a quadruple-double. And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Lively. Here's Torres. Offline with his 3.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Lively the pass to Porter. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
And another one falls. Amazing. And there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now on another level.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
You're one of the only players to ever get a quadruple-double